Fire signs, this might be a rather challenging week for you. The theme that came out to start off was separation, pain, and then the necessity to rebuild after that. And there might be some messages coming in because the sun is shining a spotlight on your third house. That's communication, it's learning, receiving messages. It can be siblings as well. So that seems to be in the spotlight specifically with the sun there. And you may need to be versatile, and I'll get to that in a minute. So there is some kind of fresh start, new beginning that is on the back of this separation or disappointment or hurt. So there is a new beginning at hand, but you might feel as though there's no support around you or no one coming in to give you help, and you might feel a bit stuck. So it's quite challenging energy, it feels, this week, and it's taken me all day to get to do this because the energy today feels so dense for me. It's only now I've been able to sit down. Look, you might have to rely on yourself this week, and there's a lot of mastery required of you, a lot of strength, and a lot of feels like really keeping calm and just keeping calm, keeping a grip on things. You might just feel like as though you are a baby, as though this fresh start has you quite wobbly and not knowing how to take your first steps, if you like. And that's sort of indicated here by the Hanged One, upside down, feeling a bit stuck, not really sure how to move. So you can see there, you might be challenged to move in lots of different ways, including standing on your hands, who knows. So let's see what the universe wants to say about this this new beginning and some more self-reliance that is coming in. Yeah, so this is something that is making you feel very unstable. It's just really backing up the rest of these cards here, where you are really going to have to dig deep, it feels, this week. Keep your balance. There is a bit of temptation around. There could be obsession, or there just could be devilment. You could be bedeviled by details, by challenges. You might just be quite dizzy, is what it feels like. And certainly you might feel like the rug has been pulled out from underneath you somehow. So let's see what the advice is for you, because there is a lot of strength indicated here, and there is this fresh start, which does say, look, there are better times ahead, but let's see what the universe wants to reinforce here. For energies for you to lean away from and energies for you to lean towards. Well, this is the Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to ask for clarification on this because this is lean away from movement regarding your finances. Knight can be a shift in circumstances. Maybe lean away from any panic, like any feelings of challenge or pain or loss. Any kind of financial focus is something to lean away from this week, but let's gain clarity. What do you mean by this, please? Knight of Pentacles, energy to lean away from. Well, look, it's clarified by the Nine of Swords, but it's in reverse. The Nine of Swords is about nightmares. It is just waking up in the night, having a panic attack. So this is sort of like lean away from being too calm. So maybe there's an opportunity coming towards you that you would be best to be skeptical of. Lean towards Two of Wands. Now that is being at a crossroads, needing to decide how to move forward in your life. But so lean towards this transition that you are being guided towards. But there's something about, don't be financially naive in a way. That seems to be, or don't clutch onto, maybe if it's not about money, if it's about security, because this great feeling of insecurity here that everything's up in the air and you've got nothing to rely on. So lean away from chasing that financial security or personal security and maybe being a bit rash about how you do that. You want to take time to consider the two options in front of you with the Two of Wands. This card typically is about somebody who's really at a crossroads and it's time to chart the next chapter of their life, chart the course. So you want to be quite considered about it. What else is the advice? Best course of action here, or what you most need to know. Okay, so it is a time of healing pain, moving on from past issues, and any kind of spilt milk situation that's been preying on your mind in the past. This is about moving on from that, but you may not have a lot of clarity right now. So it's okay not to make a decision. It's okay to look at your options. Don't feel in a rush here to make this decision, especially if you are feeling upside down emotionally, especially if there is a rift, a separation that has thrown you for a loop. Emotionally, you just might not have the equilibrium right now to make the best decisions for yourself. So this is back to this advice here of temperance, of finding balance, keeping your own balance, and not acting out of any kind of knee-jerk sense of the fear of insecurity. Know that you are strong. Know that you can take a bit of time through this. You can catch your breath, and you can consider your moves. Yeah, look at this. You'll be busy. There's going to be a lot going on, beehive. But, there is good results at the end of all the bees' hard work with that honey. So it's about being conscientious. And to me, in this instance, it is just meaning clearing your mind as best you can. Look at this. You will be in uncharted territory here. You will have to pick across terrain that you are unfamiliar with. And, you are strong enough. The handcuffs card came out, but it came out in reverse. So this is telling me, I don't normally take reversals, but every now and then it's just like you are escaping. You are escaping from a situation or from an old chapter in your life that has ended. And, there is a new course to be charted, but there's no need to panic about it. Yeah, so keep it positive as best you can this week. Attract through glow. So that's finding what you can be grateful for, the little bits of service you can do for other people maybe, just spreading peace and love and understanding, and receiving it from others as well as, let people, pour into you. But the more you can cultivate your own inner certainty that everything will be all right, the more you'll be able to manifest beautiful things, all the things you want. So this is a great sign. It's just the warning here is to not let the spider take over your concerns, the fears take over your focus. You want to focus on the positive and lean into the positive. That is going to help you get through this and find your way across this unfamiliar land. So I've got a confession to make. When I first sat down to do fire signs, my first spread of the week, I got this card out and there was a spread and I couldn't make sense of it. I was feeling really blocked. I had to pick up all the cards, go away for an hour, come back, start again. This was the first card out again. So that blew my mind, but it's telling you that this is a very important theme. And when I pulled a clarification card, this time I got versatility, but you'll never guess. Last time I got this card, romance. But it is Venus in the second house, and Venus is money, and the second house is money, earned income. So there is a repetitive theme that even though I tried to push these cards back and start again, these two came out. So there seems to be financial challenges, and there might be some lust involved. Look, there could be romance in the mix here. It seems very peculiar. That tell me how this energy comes together for you, because I'm sort of struggling about how it might be romantic and lustful in amongst this real change here. So maybe it is a new relationship, 11/11 as I'm recording this. So maybe it is a new relationship that really has you feeling like you're stepping into the unknown here, and the ground is out from under you because everything's different. So Venus in the first house, that brings beauty to the way you look physically. It attracts things to you, your persona, how you present in the world. So you might be more magnetic to people at the moment, and you might be attracting all sorts of new opportunities through glow. So yes, that is interesting as an adjunct to this reading. Look at this. There is abundance ahead for you, fortune, wealth, and plenty. So that's why it did feel like a financial reading. It does feel like it's skewing in that direction. But abundance can also be an abundance of love. So take it as it resonates for you. But there is definitely some transformation here. And it could be really ending the way you used to show up in relationships. There might be a new relationship coming into view that is going to maybe have you not contorting yourself, but trying new ways of being. Look at that person walking on their hands. That's something different. I've never done that. So that might be the challenge that you're facing. That's like, wow, shit's got real. This could be big. Don't know which way to jump. There's definitely a fresh start here. So look, this is a time of releasing what is old. Release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, and all change. It kind of feels like everything's being thrown up in the air, and there's a feeling of discombobulation. There's a feeling of opportunity. And there's some freedom here, but it's going to take discipline and courage, I think, to get through it from what this seems here. Well, we've got the King of Swords. I was sort of saying, what's the upshot here? And King of Swords came out. Now that is air sign energy. That is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's also masculine energy of action, but thinking, doing a lot of legal work, accountancy, just using the mind, strategy to make sober decisions. And we've got the Emperor in reverse. I need clarification on this. So the Emperor in the upright takes action, knows what they're doing. Maybe you've got a job promotion and you're the Emperor, but you're just feeling like upside down. Like, I don't deserve this. I'm not ready for this. I'm not sure what this is. But is this two people? Is it what is this? Please clarify. King of Swords, first of all. And the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, so there's something about breaking free of your self-imposed fears. About the Emperor, I'm getting to take this card in the upright. So if this is you, unexpectedly getting a promotion or some kind of shift in things, it's time to release the fear around it. Because the King of Swords is, as I mentioned, really logical and clear-headed and not ruled by emotion and frivolous kind of things. So it's about being sober-minded, which has been a bit of a theme. And the Chariot card came out, which is to me about things might feel like they're moving backwards, but you've really got to rein it in to steer a motorbike. The motorbike upside down ain't going to go. It's going to fall over. And unless you are in balance between your conscious and subconscious minds, unless you've got a grip on yourself, you'll be steering off in all sorts of different directions. It's not until you get a grip that you can steer yourself in a good direction and go fast, straight ahead, and stay upright. So the message seems to be all about cultivating this detachment, cool detachment, and don't get the speed wobbles. That's what that card feels like. Don't get the speed wobbles. Get rid of your fears that are making you feel like you can't cope with this, because you can. There's strength and there's busyness, and yeah, there's all sorts of mastery cards here. You might have a bit to learn, you've got a bit to do, but you can do it. So I hope that helps you, my darlings. If you'd like your own personal reading, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. But meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you much abundance, love, and joy. And stay strong.